Greetings, YouTube. The Doctor is in. Dr. Urias Papers here, coming at you with another commentary on Dungeons & Dragons. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave a question or comment. All right, it's time for another installment of the Doctor Spell Prognosis. And today we are talking about the spell Phanstasmal Force. I am actually going to give this spell an A. We're giving this an A. This is a very open-ended spell that I just want to preface this by saying you really need to work with your DM/GM very carefully to be able to use this spell effectively because it is so open-ended. It could be nerfed quite a bit by your GM depending on what you want to do and how often you use it and things like that. All right, so it is a second level spell that is usable by a whole bunch of different classes, so that's one of the reasons why I'm giving it such a high grade. Bards, Sorcerers, and Wizards, the Archfey Warlock, the Great Old One Warlock, the Genie Warlock, and the Undead Warlock. So it takes one action, it has a range of 60 feet, and it only affects a 10-foot cube. That's the only thing I don't like. I would probably put this in the S category if it affected more than a 10-foot cube. It's verbal, somatic, and material. It lasts for 1 minute, is a concentration, and this is a spell that you do want to concentrate on. It is a School of Illusion, and it's an intelligence saving throw, which out of the three is the one that you want to have. And it is a psychic effect. It can do psychic damage. It is an intelligence saving throw. Let me repeat that again. Intelligence saving throw. Most things have a horrid intelligence, so a lot of things are going to completely fail this save. Now, there are quite a few things that can see right through illusions, so you do have to be careful for that. So, we craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of a creature that you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice. That's the open-ended part. That is no larger than 10-foot cube, and that is perceivably only to the target for the duration. So it only affects the one thing. This spell has no effect on undead or constructs. So the phantasm includes sound, temperature, and other stimuli. Touch, all five of the senses could be affected with this, and it's also only evident to the creature. So other stimuli, that's the other open-ended part of this. Pain reception. There are different kinds of touch sensations that you have. You have pain receivers in your nervous system, so that could be one of them. The target can use its action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence investigation check, which most things don't have or are trained in, and so that means it will only be an intelligence check, which most things are horrid at, against your spell DC. If the check succeeds, the target realizes the phantasm is an illusion, and the spell ends. While they are affected by the spell, they treat it as if it were real. So whatever you can imagine, it thinks it's real. And then it rationalizes any illogical outcomes from interacting with the phantasm. Again, there's another open-ended thing to this. For example, a target attempting to walk across a phantasmal bridge that spans a chasm falls once it steps onto the bridge. And then if it survives, it rationalizes how it fell. Because it still thinks the bridge is there. And even if it takes damage, it's still going to think it's there. As long as it doesn't succeed on that intelligence check, then it will keep going. Now, the other great thing about this is it's not a saving. They fail that initial saving throw. That is a saving throw. But afterwards, it is not a saving throw. It's an intelligence check, which means if you're a warlock, you could hex them, but hexing is a concentration. So if there is a warlock in the party, they could hex this thing for intelligence, and then you could cast Phanstasmal Force. The Warlock concentrates on the Hex. You concentrate on Phantasmal Force, and they're at disadvantage against that intelligence check every single time. So there's the teamwork together. This is one of those rare effects where the continuation of this effect or this spell is a ability check. It's not a saving throw. So last paragraph is, an affected target is so convinced of the phantasm's reality that it can even take damage. A phantasm created to appear as a creature can attack. You could have an area of dark tentacles that wrap around the target and restrain them and crush them. So it's going to do a d6 of damage each round on their turn. You can deal 1d6 damage to the target if it is in the phantasm's area or within 5 feet of the phantasm, provided that the illusion is of a creature or hazard that could logically deal damage. The target perceives the damage as a type appropriate to the illusion. So with the tentacles, it would be like bludgeoning damage. But that person is going to think that they're trapped, and they're not going to go anywhere, and they're going to try and get out and fail every time, when they fail their intelligence check, and they're stuck. So you can really lock something down hard with this. And other characters coming up to attack them, they could do damage to them, and these creatures aren't going to stop thinking the illusion is there. There's nothing in here that says damage stops them from thinking the illusion is real. You can absolutely lock things down, shut combat off pretty heftily just by having a large stone hand come out and grab them, tentacles grab them, trap them in a 10-foot pool of sticky tar, whatever. This is so open-ended, and there's lots that you can do with it. All right, that's what I got for everybody today. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will catch everybody later.